Hello, welcome to the Satellite Marketcast podcast, where we feature key executives from leading satellite companies worldwide, talk about their company, their careers, industry trends, and other insights on the exciting satellite communication industry. I'm your host, Virgil Labrador, Editor-in-Chief of Satellite Markets and Research, inviting you to another informative podcast with our featured guest today. Hello, everybody, to this edition of the Satellite Marketcast podcast. And our guest today is Alvaro Sanchez. He's CEO of Integrasys. It's a company based in Spain doing many innovative products, which Alvaro will be talking to us about. I've followed Alvaro's career over the years. He's actually one of the youngest, if not the youngest, CEOs of a major company in the industry. He's a fixture in all the satellite conferences. He speaks at the conferences, and his company is called again Integrasys. So Alvaro, welcome to this podcast.
Thank you very much, Virgil. It's a pleasure to be here. I highly appreciate your podcast, and I'm glad to be here.
Likewise, Alvaro. Alvaro, before we talk about your company and all, I think not many people know that you also have an engineering background, and you work for CERN, that organization in Switzerland that does a lot of cutting-edge technology work.
Yes, indeed, I have two engineering backgrounds, one in software and one in hardware, and I started my career at CERN. That is the major collider organization. It's a European organization that it has tunnels through Switzerland and France, and they are experts on accelerating particles almost to the speed of light. In that time, I was an engineer doing some switches and improving the PTP protocol. That it was for measuring the nanosecond in a White Rabbit project that it was called. We managed to analyze if the new accelerated neutrino could travel from Switzerland to Italy, reaching the speed of light, and we saw that no,
Right.
Nobody can reach the speed of light. So instinct was right.
Oh, right. Yeah, that should really prepare you very well for this company, Integrasys, where you started actually as a sales a manager. Talk about that. Talk about how you've learned the business, from the ground up. Now you're the CEO.
So I learned the business actually from an engineering. I started programming for the technical director, and to be honest, I actually didn't like it at all. So I decided to quit. So it was a family-owned company. So my father told me, don't quit, let's find a position that fits you. So I started as a sales engineer. Then I moved, I moved to more sales, and then sales and marketing, then sales and marketing director, and then moving positions on the way. So it was very dynamic. We managed to have very good products, but very poor sales and not good sales team. So we were building it on the way. So that's why it gave me the possibility to grow fast and make much better numbers and grow the company in this area that was selling products that work, selling products that customers want to buy, and technologies that is suitable, and then creating new technologies and starting with a strategy, what the customer needs, what they want, and what we build. So in that regard, yes, I saw a lot of things.
Right. Yeah, that really prepared you very well. Hey, now talk about this company. Like you said, it was a family-owned company. It was started by engineers from Hewlett Packard, right?
Yes.
So talk about that culture in the company. This technological, innovative culture.
Absolutely. My father was let's say the joint between the U.S. and Spain when Hewlett Packard was based in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
So they opened up the office and they started building spectrum analyzers. And he was always going to Silicon Valley and coming back. He was spending their few months and coming back. And Telefonica decided to do a project, a
Mm-hmm.
software a turnkey project that Hewlett Packard didn't want to build. So he asked Hewlett Packard if he could spin off this company with few engineers for this Telefonica project, and they will be buying this Hewlett Packard systems for the future.
Mm-hmm.
So he did many projects in that regard because in Spain at that time,
What year
all
was
the
that, Alvaro?
that was 1990. It was more than 30 years ago.
Oh,
So
right.
it's a long history. So let's say that we have been a startup for 30 years, and we
Right, right.
continue to be like a startup doing a
And you
lot of things every
and you
day.
didn't join the company until you
I
said when you
joined the
started doing some
company
engineering work was around 2000.
2005, 2007, about
Uh-huh.
2005, I think.
And then you
So
came back as a salesperson around
yeah,
the.
yeah, around 2008. I was not programming for long. I
Mhm.
quit very very rapidly.
Right,
I
right.
actually didn't like it. So, but it helped me to learn how to do programming and helped
Mhm.
me on the languages. Helped me on understanding my engineers. Helped me on how this work is. That
Mhm.
for me was challenging because was speaking with no one, very
Mhm.
independent. Yeah, very different than what I am. So,
Right, right. So what are the main products that you have right now? Like,
so right now, we have a very standard SatMotion system that has been for long as is very well adopted. It is adopted for more than 100 customers around the globe, from Fiji to Alaska. So,
mhm.
additionally to that, we have the best carrier monitoring systems on the market, very suitable for high throughput satellites, MEO and LEO. Also, we have built a new link budget tool that we are very excited about, and we are
Mhm.
running a campaign with 10% discount and
Mhm.
free installation, free shipping, free logistics, because it's actually software, so
Mhm.
it can be virtualized. So
Mhm.
very very nice to these times
Mhm.
because it enables all the sales team to sell remotely to their customers in a very simple manner,
Mhm.
because every quote requires a link budget. So this provides a very intuitive report,
Mhm.
and it's made for non-technical experts. It can be done in the laptop, in the tablet, or
Mhm.
anything. So it is very streamlined. It enables sales to sell much more and
Right.
get faster time to market.
Right. And this promotion ends the end of the year, right? December
Yes.
31st. So they have about 2 months to book this.
Yes. Are you planning to buy one?
Well, if I actually am in the satellite industry, as you know, I'm in the media. I would
Yes.
really recommend this. I know your products, and like I've been following your company very well. I really do recommend it. So, and in
Thank you
fact, we
very
have some
much.
information on our website about this promotion as well.
Thank you very much, Virgil. It's much appreciated.
Right, right. Now, Alvaro, we are living under extraordinary times, and Spain actually has been affected quite a bit also by the global pandemic. So, how has your company been affected by the pandemic?
So, to be honest, right after when I came back from satellite, that it was difficult to get from satellite. So we had a wine tasting at the booth, and
Mm-hmm.
then they declared the pandemic. So it was a little shocking. And then we came back from satellite at trying to get tickets a day before, but it was difficult. 2 hours before, okay. So
Yeah.
finally we get here, and we got a strike in the company that everyone was out of the office, and many people without laptops trying to
Mm-hmm.
work remotely. It was a mess. So
Mm-hmm.
we decided to clean a little bit and be a little thinner.
Mm-hmm.
Just few people was laid off, and then we started with stopping with marketing campaigns that we have reactivated now. because things are moving in the right direction. So from March to June, we were a little more cautious and trying
Mhm.
to get less expenses, and now we are expending much more again.
Mhm.
We hire people every month since June.
Mhm.
Now it's October, and we will be hiring for the till the end of the year. Right now, we have positions in the three offices in Madrid,
Mhm.
in Jakarta, and in US. We are hiring in these three. In Seville, we are not currently hiring. That is the fourth office. So where the R&D is.
Right.
Uh, yeah.
So you're expanding actually.
Yes, we try to. Now things when lockdown ends, I believe that things will need to be more local
Mhm.
and less trusted by foreigners. So we try to be as local as possible. That's why Jakarta office. That's why Hernan office, to
Mhm.
be close to our customers and try to be again trusted as we have seen or as we have been over the last years.
Right, right. Now, Alvaro, talk about like post-pandemic. How do you see your company and the products that you have? What are the opportunities that you see?
So we are seeing a lot of work.
Hmm.
In September, our revenue was equal of the last year's revenue.
Hmm.
So we are actually growing. So post-pandemic, we expect to grow more.
Hmm.
the
Right.
The idea is to keep innovating and keep technology, keep doing good technology and keep adapting. For example, the iPhone 12 has been released this week, and
Hmm.
before this release, we already supported and tested with real devices. So
Hmm.
to keep being ahead of the curve. So
Hmm.
this is something that is important to us. So this makes us grow, as well as we are doing new patents in the US.
Hmm.
We are also bringing new products to market. We are also working with ESA in new technologies for canceling interferences. We are also doing a lot of custom projects for satellite operators and service providers that
Hmm.
they hire us to do a specific development that fit their needs, even the products might not at a particular time.
Right, right. Looks like you're busy. Eh? A lot of things going on.
We are extremely busy. I
Mm.
had only 5 days holidays this
Oh,
year, and next year I'm taking 2 days off. But
that's
I
very
love.
that's very unusual for a European.
Yes,
5
actually, we
days.
yes in our company we have 24 holiday days, so 24 days off. But I couldn't take more
Yeah.
than five.
Right, right. Right. Yeah, and I actually visited your facility a couple of years ago. In fact, it's on our website, the tour of that brand new facility that you have. So, how's that going? How's that working out for you guys?
So it's going very well. Actually, we are one of the few in the buildings that have people in the office. So I'm currently in the office, and we have adopted, let's say, working from home.
Hmm.
But we encourage people to come back to the office, and they are back in the office. Just few are working remotely, and it is much more effective for us because meeting people and faces and trying and being together, it makes us much more efficient. Because if
Hmm.
you are in Zoom every morning for 4 hours, it's great for salespeople, but it is not great for engineers. Engineers, they lose the time if they are in Zoom.
Right.
So in that regard, or they are less effective. So in that regard, we are being much more effective these days, thanks to be close to each other. Yeah, and we didn't have spread any coronavirus through the company. So we are being very secured. We are being taking a very good measures to prevent of getting people sick.
Right. Right. Now, Alvaro, you speak at all the conferences, and you've been running this company now for what 3 years as a CEO.
I
Uh,
think that 2 years and a half.
two
Yes.
years and a half, almost 3 years, and now through a major crisis.
Yes.
It'll be very interesting to know your perspective, because I asked this of all the executives in the industry. How do you see the industry moving forward now? Uh, are you
So,
optimistic? Or how?
I said that in satellite innovation, and I will repeat. I think that if investment is coming,
Mhm,
so let's say OneWeb or Kymeta in case of Bill Gates. Kymeta is our customer. If
mhm,
Bill Gates is investing new money into Kymeta, Kymeta has budget to buy new products and new technologies that will make them more effective to sell more products and more antennas and more services,
mhm.
which in that regard will make them grow as well as we will be grow and all the partners from Kymeta will grow. The same way with OneWeb or any other. So any new investment is very good.
Mhm.
Also, SpaceX is driving investment. Amazon is driving investment. So I said positively. Also, just before satellite, I was talking to a CEO from a platform manufacturer, very large,
Mhm.
having a drink, and we were discussing about the effect of COVID-19. And
Mhm.
he told me, I lost few dollars because COVID-19 in Asia, and we were discussing of how will affect Asian market, but it was not Asian. We couldn't see that actually was going to be absolutely global,
Mhm.
and it would have global effect. And actually, Asia now it's going very well, and
Right.
during the pandemic, Africa was going very well, but dynamics change with the virus, and you cannot foresee any of this, but you need to adapt very rapidly in order to be effective.
Mhm.
So
Right. Right. And it looks like your company is adapting really well. And
we try to. So I believe that you need to be agile. If you
Mhm.
are agile, you do better than if you are static and cannot downsize or upsize or build new things that can be needed at this time, because pandemic sometime will end. We don't know in a year or two, but products that were needed before are not needed now, and products that were not needed before are needed now. So if you
Right.
adapt, you manage to open a market and bring up new opportunities.
Right. Right. Right, Alvaro. Yeah, that's a pretty good overview of where your company's at, and where the industry is heading. So going back again to that, you talk about products that are needed now. So you can you mention again that promotion that you have just for the SatMotion product?
Yes, every day companies need to sell more. So all satellite capacity, all modern manufacturers, all antenna vendors, right now they need to sell more. If you try to open a market that is not served by satellite, it's extremely impossible that they understand an Excel link budget.
Hmm.
They are done in Excel, and there is huge calculations that they don't understand. This
Right.
product fits exactly there, provides a very simple report, very graphical, very nice, very in front of the customer, in order to them to be able to understand and sign the contract very rapidly, even without meeting you in person.
Right.
And all your sales team can use it from home easily while they are having the morning coffee or while they are doing the Zoom. So it's extremely effective because it's very easy to use. So it's a link budget tool that makes easier to sell satellite capacity, that makes easier to sell satellite antenna services and anything. So it's extremely effective in that regard. And
Right.
HughesNet, for example, HughesNet is using that to sell all the Americas networks, as well as Kymeta is using to sell their services uh, uh, um, and their antennas. And it is not easy to sell a software to a Bill Gates companies
Mhm.
that they tend to do software. So it's something that we are very proud of.
Right. So the promotion ends December 31st this year. For more information, go to their Integrasys website at www.integrasys-space.com for all the information on Integrasys. This is a company that we will be following very closely at our website, www.satellitemarkets.com, and then future podcasts and interviews that we do with executives in our YouTube channel, which is the Satellite Market Cast. So thank you again, Alvaro.
Thank you very much, Virgil. It's a pleasure to be here.
Likewise.